Hey guys, welcome back for another tutorial. So today I'm going to be sharing how to make these really simple pumpkins for fall using some bandanas that I purchased at my local Dollar Tree. So bandanas are something that are pretty readily available, so if you aren't able to find them at Dollar Tree, make sure you check your Hobby Lobby or Michael's where you can also find them for just $1. So these pumpkins go together really quickly. All I did was go outside, find a couple of sticks and some beautiful leaves in my yard that I wanted to use, and brought those inside, kind of dusted them off a little bit, and got them ready to put my pumpkins together. I went to my local Hobby Lobby and picked up this beautiful miniature fall wreath. These are currently on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I think this was $2.49. And I just thought it added a lot of color and dimension to the simple pumpkins. But again, this is definitely not something you need. This is just another extra decor item that you can put with your fall decorations. So let's get started constructing these really cute fall pumpkins. So to get started, you can grab your bandanas. I also wanted to give you guys another option if you aren't able to find bandanas. You can also use some beautiful fall colored fabrics or themed fabric like I'm showing here, or linen. And these are the bandanas that I found at my local Dollar Tree. Again, if you aren't able to find bandanas and you are going to use fabric, just cut your fabric squares 22 inches by 22 inches. Here's some beautiful fall leaves that I found outside under our maple tree. Again, you can play around with different sizes, different colored leaves, and use what you like. I went outside and broke off some pieces of some twigs and different branches. You can play around with the length of the sticks, the diameter of the sticks, and just use whatever you like. I thought these ones were beautiful. They had lots of different colors and different textures. So these are the pieces I'm going to be using today. You'll also need a roll of toilet paper. So this is just simple double ply toilet paper. I think I picked this up at Costco. But you'll need one roll of toilet paper per pumpkin. So start by unfolding your bandana or your piece of fabric cut 22 inches by 22 inches and lay it flat on a table. Next, grab your roll of toilet paper and you're going to unwind the toilet paper. I think I did mine about 15 feet or so. Again, you can play around with the size of the pumpkin that you want to make. You're going to want to unwind more toilet paper for rounder pumpkins, and if you prefer just to keep them fairly skinny, you don't need to unwind as much. Again, you can play with the size. This is a really simple thing to just kind of unwind it and then rewind it. So here I'm just grabbing the toilet paper that I unwound and I'm just rewinding it on the roll, kind of twisting it, making it a little bit bulkier in the center of the pumpkins where I want some of the fullness to be, and just rewrapping it back around the roll. Again, if you don't like the shape that it turns out to be, it's super simple just to take the bandana off your pumpkin and kind of rewind your toilet paper to get the shape that you want. So once you've finished and you've gotten the shape for your pumpkin that you want, you're going to set your roll of toilet paper down in the center of your bandana or your piece of fabric. Grab one of the corners and you're just going to pull that up around your pumpkin and shove that corner into the center of your toilet paper roll. And you're kind of just going to do this around the entire bandana. I usually start with the corners and then do the middle fabric, but you can really do this anyway and it's going to turn out. Again, you can kind of play around with where the wrinkles are on your pumpkin from your bandana. You can make them tighter or looser depending on the look that you're going for. Once you've wrapped your entire bandana or fabric around your roll of toilet paper, you can kind of check the shape to make sure it's what you're wanting. And then you're going to grab one of your pieces of twig or stick that you picked up from outside. Make sure that it's the length that you want. Most of these twigs that I picked up were about 5 to 6 inches in length. Decide which end you want to shove into the toilet paper roll because it won't be seen. And you're going to push that down as far as you want depending on how long the stem of your pumpkin is going to be. Once that's done, grab one of your leaves or a leaf that you cut out of a piece of linen, and you're going to push that into the center of your toilet paper roll with your twig. And your pumpkin's complete. So the other great thing about these really simple little pumpkins is at the end of your fall decor season, they're really simple to just deconstruct. Fold up the bandanas. You can put them in a tote with your other fall decor items to pull out the next year. They don't take very much space to store. If you want to store them like this, you definitely can. I usually just deconstruct them and put the bandanas away for the next season. So I put my pumpkins out on my front porch on a wicker little tray that's sitting next to my wicker chair. I added some fall colored flowers into a hanging basket and put a mustard yellowed colored pillow and throw on my chair, and I just think it looks really pretty. So I hope you guys enjoyed this really simple tutorial for making these adorable fall pumpkins, and we'll give it a try. So next up, I've added some bonus footage of how I tea stained my bandanas. So this part of the process for making these pumpkins really isn't necessary, but as you can probably tell, these bandanas are very bright orange in color. I wanted to kind of dull that orange color down a little bit into a more muted tone that was going to go better with my fall decor. So start by filling a stock pot with 2 to 3 quarts of water. Then you're going to bring that water to a boil. Then add 1 tablespoon of salt to that water, and this is just going to help your fabric absorb that dye. Add 6 black tea bags to the water and salt mixture in your pot, and you're going to let that tea steep covered for about 10 to 15 minutes. Give it a stir throughout the process. Then go ahead and add your bandanas to your water tea mixture when the water is just starting to come to a boil. Give it a stir until the water is completely saturated through your bandana. Once the water has come to a boil, remove it from the heat, and this is what the finished tea-dyed bandana looks like.